This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, I've noticed over the years that I've been doing this, that the very minute I make any kind of video that's remotely 50s rock and roll related, I can usually add a good few hundred extra views to my usual tally. So with that in mind, here's this. Yes, indeed, that was, of course, the middle guitar solo from Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good, and here's a little bit of a breakdown about what's going on in that solo. Okay, first of all, I often get asked what I was plugged into, what I was using to get the guitar sound in these solos that I do. I was using this guitar, my Scott Guitars signature model, and I was recording directly into Reaper via the Behringer Euphoria interface, and I was using these settings in the positive grid bias amp to plug in to get the tone, with a little bit of delay and reverb thrown on as well for good measure. So anyway, onto the solo. It's played over this chord sequence, which sounds like this. Basically twice through that, so essentially it's a 12-bar blues in B flat, and as you would expect for any kind of bluesy chord sequence to play over, you would naturally go to the minor pentatonic, B flat minor pentatonic in this case, with a bit of B flat major pentatonic thrown in as well. And what's happening most of the time is that those two scales are being added together into something that we refer to as the hybrid scale. Although it has to be said, you don't really usually play it in that fashion. It's just a case of playing licks that use notes from both scales. So typically, like right on the intro, you've got this. So these two notes here are common to both scales. This is a note from the major pentatonic. This is a note from the minor pentatonic. This is a note from the minor pentatonic. This is a note common to both, and then hammering on to the note in the major pentatonic. Like that for those kind of licks. And you know, a little bit of major pentatonic there, but you can see coming before that, that's a minor pentatonic. All of that is minor pentatonic, then descending via both scales. So that's the kind of thing that goes on throughout this solo. It's quite challenging to play that opening figure, actually, to get it right, because my natural instinct when I was first learning it was to use, kind of alternate pick strokes, but it never sounds quite authentic like that. So you got to do it with downstrokes to get that authentic feeling. Like that. It just sounds more rock and roll than going like that somehow, as opposed to, it just doesn't sound quite as urgent as if you unless you do it with just all downstrokes. And that's pretty much it for the solo, really. There's not a lot going on. I'll play through the whole thing if I can remember it, so you can see how these major and minor pentatonics hybrid scale kind of thing is going on. So here we go. Something along those lines, and then the second half starts off the same way again. That kind of thing there, where we're doing that double stop bend. And then we're into this kind of unison kind of thing. When I first did this, I assumed it was doing like a unison bend. But again, just getting it to sound authentically right, I found that we really need to do that as a slide. So here's the whole second half of the solo, if I can remember it. Like that. So you can see all of those licks there coming basically from the amalgamation of the B flat minor and B flat major pentatonics. Some great licks in this, not just for, kind of playing rock and roll stuff, but if you find these licks challenging up at the, I think, 169 beats per minute tempo of the song, then just use them in a slow blues, so might be a bit challenging, so play something like that in a slow blues context, and you've still learned something useful from the solo. It doesn't have to be played at the exact speed of the source solo. What you're doing here is you're learning licks, which you can then make use of in any situation that you can find use for them in. So go away and have some fun with it. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, and that clip that you've just seen there of me explaining it all, and the backing track to play along with. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, of course, in the description. Thank you so much to everybody who's supported me in that way, or all of the other ways that you can also find linked down there. Much appreciated. I'm truly, truly grateful. And thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing it. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, maybe even a little bit inspiring in some way. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? I know it's only Monday, but don't forget, every Friday we have a live stream, 5 PM UK time on a Friday, where we just sit around and have a beer and talk about all things music and guitar related. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend. I look forward to it every week, and I hope you can make it if you'd like to turn up and pitch in. But till then, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.